Hey, mathematicians. All right, so are we ready to do page 13 and 14 now, student strategies? I think so. So right now, let's get this nice and clear. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about page 13 and 14 in our home connections book. Question number one says Juliana loves multiplying by 8 because she can do the double, double, double method. Now, we haven't really talked about this too much, but the double, double, double method is when you split the eights up. So you split the 8 up into 2 times 2 times 2. So the 8, instead of 8, becomes 2 times 2 times 2, which means you just double the other number 3 times. So write an expression to show how Juliana would solve 8 times 23. Well, it would look like this. It looks kind of silly, but it just means 2 times 2 times 2 times 23 is the double, double, double method. So what is 8 times 23? So really what we're doing is we're doubling 23 3 times. So 23 times 2 is 46. There's one double. We're going to double 46 now, which is 1292. And then we're going to double 92. I'm going to do it down here. 92 times 2. So we double, double, double is 184. So double, double, double. You can do that whenever you multiply something by 8. Okay? Write an expression that shows a different way to solve 8 times 23. Well, another way that I like to think about it is if I break up the 23 into 20 and 3, so it becomes two different multiplication problems. What that looks like is 8 times 20 with the parentheses around it. And then I add that to 3 times 20. Sorry, wrong one. I did not look right. Did you see Mr. Mac pause there? No, not 20, 3 times 20. I broke up the 20 into 20 and 3. 8 times 3. Good. I'm glad you caught me on that. So 8 times 3 plus 8 times 20. And then it breaks down into a little easier to manage, I think, because 8 times 20 is 160. 8 times 3 is 24. 160 plus 24 is 184. So just a different way to look at that problem. Okay, number 2. Kevin was asked to add 6 and 9 and then multiply by 17. Which expression shows Kevin's problem? So which one shows adding 6 and 9 and then multiplying by 17? So we have to look at the order of operations on this. So at first glance, it looks like 6 plus 9 times 17. That's the order that it's happening. But we haven't really talked about order of operations and PEMDAS yet too much. You might have heard about PEMDAS in fourth grade, but this is the order of operations, which means you do everything in the parentheses first, and then exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. I'm not going to go to we're going to learn all about order of operations like it's a whole big thing later on. But what you need to know is in a problem, in a story problem, or in a number sentence like this, you always do the parentheses first. And if there's no parentheses like in A, then you do the multiplication or division before you do the addition. So in this case, even though it says 6 plus 9 first, what you really are doing is multiplying the 9 times 17 first. And I tell my students there's like these invisible parentheses around the multiplication problem because that's the first thing you do. So what this problem is telling us is to multiply 9 times 17 and then add 6. But Kevin asked to add the 6 and the 9 first, then multiply by 17. And it's going to be a totally different answer because 6 plus 9 is 15, and then 15 times 17 is the answer. But this one would be 9 times 17 plus just 6. So that's going to be a totally different answer. So let's look at B. Is 6 plus 9 is in the parentheses, so we're going to do that first. And then you multiply the 17. And that's exactly what they want Kevin to do here. So right now that looks great. This one down here is saying multiply 9 times 17 first, then add the 6, which is the exact same problem as A. A and C are the exact same problem. There's no difference. The only difference is A does not have the parentheses shown, but it still means you multiply 9 times 17 first. B, however, asks to add 6 plus 9 first, then multiply by 17. Okay. All right. Example. Elizabeth needed to multiply 7 and 8 and then subtract 13. Write an expression to show the problem, then solve the problem and write an equation. So we have to do a lot here. So, that's the example for. So 7 times 8 minus 13. The equation is 7 times 8 minus 13 equals 43. So to multiply 7 and 8 and subtract 13 looks like this with the expression with no answer. The equation is the exact same thing, but with an answer, okay? All right, so number 3, here we go. Caden divided 96 by 12 and then multiplied by 6. Write an expression to show the problem, then solve the problem and write an equation. So the expression, divided 96 divided by 12 and then multiplied by 6. So 96 divided by 12 multiplied by 6. So we could put parentheses down if we want. We don't have to on this because division and multiplication share the same weight in PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is what we say. So we can, though. I always encourage we use parentheses just to it's easier to remember which operation we do first. So 96 divided by 12 times 6. So the equation, 96 divided by 12 times 6 is 96 divided by 12 is 8. And then 8 times 6 equals 48. All right. I'm going to move on to page 14 now. Pause if you need to work on anything from before or go back. Whoops. All right. Page 14. I'm at the top of page 14. Evaluate the following expressions. 81 minus 9 times 7. So 9 times 7 is 63. So we're subtracting 81 minus 63, and that would be 18. Whenever it says evaluate, that means answer the question. All right, 54 divided by 6 is 9. 9 times 8 equals 72. All right, now we're doing some fun volume. How many 1 by 1 by 1 cubes are in the following rectangular prisms? For each problem, write an expression and evaluate or answer it to find the number of cubes. Okay, so you have to be very careful when we count here. So I have the base is first, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So my base is 5 by 4 or 5 times 4. Now, how tall is this rectangular prism? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 high. So how many cubes are in here? Let's see. 5 times 4 equals 20. I just did that from right here. And then 20 times 8 equals 160. So the number of cubes is 160. Okay, number 7. So my base is, length and width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3. So 7 times 6 equals 42. 42 times 3. So I did that kind of fast, but I have 7 by 6. and then by 3. So 42 times 3 is 126. Now to figure out 42 times 3, I could break the 42 into 40 times 3 and 2 times 3. So I just broke up the 42 into 40 and 2. And I could say 120 is 40 times 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. When I add those together, I get 126. All right, challenge. I'm going to have you try that again, as just like the last time. I'll put the answer down on the picture, though, so if you want to check it, you can go check out the picture. All right, everybody, I'm going to put this back down a little bit. See if I can get this whole page down. Okay, there it is. All right, I hope this helped. Mr. Mac's picture's in the way. All right, take care. Good job on assignment number 2. If I can stop this.